Rob, the season is almost here. Training camp starts in just a couple of days this coming Sunday, and a lot of our fans are getting excited. Hockey season's right around the corner, and it's an exciting time of year, and it's a time, both the players, the coaching staff, the front office staff, everybody, you can feel that buzz in the air, the excitement, and it's been a busy week for the Stingrays. Press release wise, there's always been some bit of news going out there every single day that's getting the fans more and more excited and getting to talk about Stingrays hockey. And one of the latest things was the release of the promo schedule, which is always a real popular item every single year. And some of the staples of the Stingrays promo schedule have been things like opening night, pink in the rink, pack the house night, teddy bear toss, and the Hall of Fame night at the very end. But this year, the Stingrays have packed something great for everyone on every single night of the season. And I know that was something that you wanted to highlight upon, just some of the things that fans can really experience throughout the entire season.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big goal of mine, Joey, to improve our fan experience at the games. I can assure people we are working on getting a bobblehead doll back this year. That is on my list. Hopefully that will happen later on in the year. I think Alumni Weekend, it's going to be the first one. I think it's going to start off on a pretty good note this year. Probably got about 20-something guys playing in the game. Most of them are the same guys who played early in the year for Kirk. But I think with the way everything is nowadays, a lot of the guys I reached out to who haven't been here for many years, it just couldn't fit into their schedule this year, whether it's because of families, some of them are still playing, some of the coaching. So I think that Alumni Weekend is hopefully going to be the start to a terrific 2011-2012 season. Some of the other popular things that I think are going on are there's going to be a $5 beer special all year, $5 college kids tickets. Sunday, I'm really excited about the Kids Day. It's going to be snowing outside the Coliseum for those 9 days. So a lot of fun and interesting things on the horizon, and it's crazy that it's going to be the 19th season here for hockey in the Charleston and North Charleston area, and I can tell you I'm really, really excited.
And just taking a look at the schedule, there's a lot of fun promotional nights that are coming up, like you mentioned, starting off all with Alumni Weekend and Opening Weekend, and you got Military Appreciation Night with the camo jerseys, 2-for-1 tickets during the week. I know that's something that was a big promotion to add for this year.
Yeah, I mean, all those are really, we've had the same 6-7 promotions all year. I mean, every year in the past, and I think that we need to build on those. It probably is going to take a little bit of time, but I have a lot of positive energy about everything that's going to happen this season from a promotional standpoint. It probably will change as the season goes on for the better. So I'm really, really excited and happy about, again, what's going to happen this year from a promotional standpoint.
Recently, we announced the rosters for the Alumni Game, and that was something that had a lot of fans excited about, and the ticket options that are available for them to come see the Alumni Game. That's going to last all weekend long. The game itself is going to take place on Saturday in the afternoon, but fans can meet the alumni on Friday night, and then, of course, again on Saturday as well. And one of the big pieces of news that we actually released just a couple days ago was that former Stingrays defenseman Nate Kiser is going to be back out there on the ice, and fans will get to see him play. And I know that was something this summer that a lot of fans were anxious to see. Is he coming back? Is he not coming back? What's going to happen? And you recently were able to sit down with Nate and express your thoughts and have a good conversation with him. How did that conversation go?
It went very, very well. I can surely attest to where Nate's coming from and feeling. When you play something your whole life and there's a time where you have to switch gears, it can be difficult. We had a really, really good talk. A lot of the stuff we talked about, I experienced myself. So I think that Nate and I, we sat down for about an hour. We talked about life. We talked about the organization. We talked about what the organization means to Nate and what Nate means to the organization. But it was a really, really productive, long, fun talk. He embraced the whole idea of participating in the Alumni Weekend. I didn't know how he would at first because, it's a really delicate area, with the season right here. And, when you're done playing, there's a lot of, ups and downs that go with it. But he's a true professional. he stressed and he talked about he wanted to be a part of this organization. So I'm trying to, put something together that weekend that maybe we can let Nate say thank you to the fans.
And of course, the fans would certainly enjoy every bit of that, and watching them skate out there with you and a lot of the other Stingrays alumni. That's going to be a perfect weekend, and to salute a gentleman that contributed several years to the Stingrays organization.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at our list, I don't know the exact stats, but he's the all-time penalty leader. He played 7 years. I think that was probably second to Brett. So I mean, Nate's poured a lot of blood and sweat on and off the ice for this organization. I think he deserves a chance and an opportunity to say thank you to all the fans who love and have supported him over the years. I know Nate personally, so this has become it's a tough part of the job. You know what I mean? Because when you're friends with somebody too, help Nate and Jess buy their house. I've always been friends with them. And I've gotten emails, I've gotten phone calls, and you've approached me, and a lot of people are like, well, when are you going to make an announcement? What are you going to do? And it's a difficult situation. And Nate and I discussed this yesterday. I didn't feel it was professional or businesslike to have an announcement and go, Nate Kiser's not coming back to the Stingrays this year. I don't know any other sports team that's done things that way. We surely haven't done things that way, nor will we do things that way. But we talked yesterday, and we had a good talk, and I'm sure that Nate wants some closure to all this, and he wants to be able to, again, he stressed numerous times that he wants to be able to say thank you, excuse me, to all the fans for all the love and support that he's received on and off the ice over the years. So we're in the process of trying to work out something in conjunction with Alumni Weekend. I think it would only be fitting that all the alumni guys and Nate and all of us are together, and we'll probably have a good announcement coming up in a couple of days about that.
So be sure to check out the Stingrays website and the Facebook and Twitter pages as well, and it'll be a great opportunity for the fans to say thank you and get to say hello to Nate and watch him play during that alumni game. That's going to be really exciting.
Yeah.
Also for Alumni Weekend, Opening Weekend, another thing that you've been pushing really hard and that's coming to the Coliseum is the addition of a new scoreboard, HD scoreboard. It's going to be really exciting. But unfortunately, with the Coliseum and all the construction going on, they're still finishing up the Montague Terrace as we speak right now. They're working on the luxury boxes and several other additions. Unfortunately, the scoreboard won't be ready for the first weekend of Stingrays hockey.
It won't be, but that happens sometimes. Daktronics has a shortage in LED lights, was the email I received. It won't be an opening weekend. It's scheduled to be in sometime in November. But on a positive note of that, I guess it's pretty big production. And in a perfect world, it would have been in the summer and would have given us time to work with it and play with it. But I'm not going to cry over it. It will be here sometime in November, supposedly, and when it is in, we'll probably have to learn how to use it, and we got someone coming in who's very familiar with game ops and things like that, so I'm excited that when it will finally be in, I can assure you that it's going to take some time to probably get used to, but I've been to the Citadel, I've been to the College of Charleston, I'm going up Trident today. It's a beast, and when you take into consideration cameras and tripods and all the other accessories that go with it, it can be overwhelming at times. So from my standpoint, it's a little bit of a blessing that it's not going to be an opening weekend, but I can assure you that the city of North Charleston, Mayor Sumney, Councilman Kurt Taylor, I appreciate them putting through this terrific addition to the Coliseum and to our games. I really do.
And with the additions already going on over there, it's going to be extremely exciting. Got a sneak peek of the Montague Terrace not too long ago. Really exciting. Some of our fans who got to participate in a Stingrays commercial not too long
Yeah.
ago. Got to see a little bit of the updates. And you mentioned Mayor. He was actually a part of the commercial as well. So
Yeah.
the Stingrays really getting involved, the city of North Charleston and the surrounding areas, and on helping them not only promote but support the Stingrays for this upcoming year.
Yeah, it's important, I think, to get us back on people's minds, Joey. I know there was a time I can tell you that we were the place to be every Friday and Saturday, and that's my goal, and that's what I want it to be again. With that comes advertising, and with that comes marketing, and we appreciate Mayor Sumney's support over these 19 years. He was a great trooper in the commercial. He did a great job. We're hoping the fans will like that and some of the other commercials we're doing. What I'm really, really excited about this year is the Adams Advertising digital board on 26. I think it's going to be up 26 weeks throughout the whole season. It's going to be able to do many different and fun things. Some of the stuff we discussed with Adams Advertising yesterday was you're going to be able to Twitter in between the game time and the end, short tweets to keep fans who may be driving by or interested in the game up to speed on who scored, who didn't, what the score of the game is, and it's going to be able to I think it rotates 1,800 times a day. We're going to get 8 seconds per click, and everyone knows that 26 at certain times of the day is bumper to bumper. It's a trouble spot for accidents sometimes. So we're hoping a lot of eyes are fixated on that sign, and a lot of people come to the Coliseum later in the year or later on that night.
Rob, some very exciting news today that the Stingrays will have a location and a new home for the Monday Night Hockey Weekly Coaches Show every Monday night. Wild Wing Cafe in North Charleston, a perfect location for this show, and I know it's an exciting time for both sides.
Real excited, Joey. Really, really excited. Wild Wings has always been a big supporter of the Stingrays, even from back in the day when Brett and I were playing. It's always been one of the favorite spots for the guys to hang out. Back when we were playing, there was only 2 locations. Now there's 4, I think, in the Charleston area, and probably like 30 up and down the East Coast. So we're really, really excited and happy that Wild Wings on Rivers Avenue in North Charleston is going to be the new home of the 2011-2012 Stingrays Kosher Show. Switching gears to the radio. Unfortunately, the games won't be on the radio this year. It's something I thought about long and hard. It's something when I came in last year, I didn't understand really why, Darren took it off the radio. I put it on for the year. And I just think at times you got to do things that are in the best interest of the organization. But everyone knows that they can listen to the game on America One. So that's what we're hoping fans will do. We're hoping that fans will log on, listen to you on America One, and have the opportunity, to watch the game on the computer. It was a difficult decision, but it's something that I feel confident is for the best interest of our team. In a perfect world, you and I discussed this, Joey. We talked about maybe getting an interactive show back together. With that comes a lot of intangibles. And it probably won't happen this year, but I think that's something you and I could work on for next year. There was a year where the Stingrays had a show that was on TV once a week. I thought it was fun. I thought it was interactive, and I thought it was a good combination of hockey, but it talked about what the guys like to do away from the rink, statistical updates, and just a lot of other fun and informative things. There's a lot of change that goes into every business. I don't think every year is the same as it was the previous year. So we're going to, unfortunately, make this decision, and I think it's going to be for the betterment of the team.
Before I let you go, Rob, taking a quick glance at the hockey side of things, I mentioned it in the very beginning that training camp on-ice sessions start this Sunday. The guys are going to start rolling into town. In fact, starting today, the guys are starting to show up and take some skating, at the Carolina Ice Palace. And a lot of fans on our Facebook page have expressed, that the Stingrays, we haven't had a lot of players announcements recently, and that we've been, waiting until Fridays. But, sometimes, truth be told, depends on what's available, and it really depends on what's going on with Washington and Hershey at times. And I know that was something that you want to talk about as well, with Spencer and him just coming back from Hershey and the Stingrays lineup for the upcoming year.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in constant communication with Spencer, and I just spoke to him earlier this morning about a player. Spencer's working extremely hard. You know, he went up to rookie camp in Washington. He just got back Wednesday night from Hershey. Like you touched upon, Joey, a lot of this stuff is dictated numbers-wise, you know, by what Hershey and Washington are ultimately going to send to us. Does that mean Spencer doesn't have any other guys on the line? Absolutely not. You know, in today's day and age, the contracts are still signed by a pen. So sometimes when somebody mails it from Saskatchewan and it gets here, there's a process that is involved in this, and there are rules that needed to be followed in order to announce players being signed. So I can assure you we'll have a full team on opening night, and I can assure you that we're going to have an exciting, upbeat, vibrant, energetic, passionate club on and off the ice. And it's just a real exciting time here, you know what I mean? I can't wait to get up to the rink on Saturday and Sunday and freeze and get that smell in the air again and hear the pucks going off the boards and seeing who's in shape and seeing who's out of shape.